What's up, guys? FKA Closer here, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about one thing that almost destroyed my life, and it's directly attributed to high ticket sales. And so a lot of people in our industry, they talk about how much money you can make in high ticket sales, and that is true. You can make a hell of a lot of money in a very short period of time, and that's the beauty of high ticket sales. But it's also a big reason as to why my life was almost completely destroyed. And so it wasn't from burnout. It wasn't from taking too many calls per day, not having adequate rest or break periods, toxic clients, toxic business owners. It wasn't any of that. What almost destroyed me was I was too good at selling, and not specifically too good at selling, but lifestyle creep. Okay. So a lot of people in our industry, they want to talk about do high ticket sales or sell high ticket offers and make 10K per month. But it's like, that's cool. But when you get beyond that place, things start to get very dangerous. And I'll tell you why, from my personal perspective. So in 2018, I started in the online coaching and consulting space, and I was pretty good at selling from the start. I hadn't sold anything previous to that, right? I was in a completely different career path, but it seemed that I had some natural talent, closing at sort of 20-25% out of the gate. And that was fine, and I was selling my own offers, organic traffic, so things weren't fast. But as soon as I started to sell for established business owners, around 2020, 2021, things started to get absolutely terrifying. And what I mean by that is I was closing at 35, 40, 45%. Things started to ramp up. But you combine that with having call volume and really high show up rates, and money started coming in, and it came in fast, extremely fast. And one thing that you need to understand, and I think it's probably true for a lot of high ticket sales reps, I didn't come from money, right? I grew up extremely poor. I didn't come from wealth. And if you're watching this and you're in high ticket sales, chances are that's probably you too. And so going from not really knowing how to manage money and not having a lot of money to then getting paid daily, large amounts, it's a shock to your system, right? And so it was like a gift and a curse. On one hand, life was great, and I feel like there wasn't anything that I couldn't have in life, which is a beautiful, energetic state. But on the other hand, what I didn't realize was that lifestyle creep was silently undermining all of the hard work, all of the effort, the focus, the early mornings. It was undermining all of that because I was spending at the same rate as I was generating revenue, right? Which is never a good combination. And I'm telling you this because I have the ability of 20/20 vision. In hindsight, I can look back and understand the mistakes that I made. And so if you're in this game and you're developing really, really great talent and you're getting better at sales, beware, because it can be a gift and a curse. And so I can't tell you how many times I took friends and extended family to dinner, and I'd cover the bill, and it was great for me. It felt good to cover the bill. There's nothing wrong with that. But you do that consistently, $700-800 a night on dinner, just on food alone, not even including everything else. Like, those things start to stack up. And of course, with making more money and not coming from money, then you want to upgrade your lifestyle. And so, before all of the liftoff with the sales career, I mean, our monthly expenses were maybe 5K as a family. But then suddenly at the height of my selling career, 30K, 25K a month would come and then go to zero at the end of the month. And looking back on it, it's like, well, where did all that money go? Car rentals, stuff that we didn't need. I've been there, I've done all of it. And what I'm encouraging you to do is, if you're starting your sales career and things are starting to get really good, don't live in just the moment. Start saving, start putting your money away, repurposing your money, putting it into different assets that are going to appreciate over time. Again, not financial advice, but just from my perspective, if I could speak to my younger self, that's exactly what I would do. And so getting really good at sales is a gift, but it's like Uncle Ben told us all in Spider-Man, right? With great power comes great responsibility. And so if you don't become a good steward of such influence, it can consume you. And so this video, hopefully, is a wake-up call to some, a reminder to others, and maybe even a bit of a prediction for those that are brand new of some of the dangers that come along with getting really good at sales. And for me, one of those other milestones, not to mention, is a 300K, or was a 300K plus tax bill. So there's also that. But the other cool thing, right? It's not all negative. One of the cool things about being able to sell and sell consistently well over time is that, and this along goes with the curse side of things, the gift and the curse, but pricing things in closes, right? Like if you want that new car, it's like, how many people do I have to close to get that? So like the monetary value of things are no longer denominated into values. It's, into dollars. It's more valued in number of people closed, right? So like that car, it's 60 closes or 30 closes. I can do that in a month and a half. I can do that in 2 months. I can do that in 3 weeks, right? So like you start collapsing time and you start collapsing the value of things. That's what I found really cool about getting very, very good at sales. But remember, there is also a dark side of getting very good at high ticket sales and influence in general. You have to keep your ego in check and don't allow your lifestyle to spiral out of control, because everything in this universe is balanced. We have a duality to everything. What goes up must come down. A sunny day must give way to night at some point. So just keep those things in mind. Hopefully, you found value in this video. Let me know in the comments below. If you need my one-on-one help with anything related to sales, you want to stop relying on your script and start selling from a point of personality, power, and actually being present with people, and you're no longer happy with the reframes and the one-liners that everyone else uses, you want to start selling from a place of power, let me know. The description of our one-on-one coaching is in the notes below this video, also in the comments below the video. Check that out if you feel like that would be beneficial for you. And overall, as always, I hope you're well, and until next time, happy selling.